So she said, you have to ask your dad, my dad. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you have to ask my dad. So I did. And he started asking me, he said, you're kind of young. Do you really know what love is? You know, how are you going to support my daughter? You know, I said, I have a job. And he's like, what's your salary? And I told him. And he said, can you produce a pay stub so I can verify that type of thing. So after 45 minutes of being grilled, Heidi and her mother came to rescue me, I think.
Right.
Your mom didn't know what was going on.
She said, where's Michael? And I
Yeah.
said, Dad said, he's in asking Dad for my hand.
But anyway, when she opened the door, you know, your dad had a serious look, and he's like, you know, Mom, he's like, Michael's asking for Heidi's hand in marriage. And she immediately threw her arms up in the air, like screamed in delight, and just gave me this huge hug. And I always remember that response, like right from her heart, you know, right from her heart. But so many years later, right, everyone knows, she went to the desert in Iraq, and I was thinking, I wonder what I could give her, like to carry, right? I was pretty involved in our church at the time, so I had this little Bible, my favorite Bible, that I literally carried around all the time as a deacon in church, had in my back pocket, had in my backpack, always had it with me. I thought, well, I'll give her this Bible to carry. And so a number of years later, when she moved out to Wisconsin, we had a box of her things, and I went through, you know, we were looking through her stuff, and I saw the Bible in here. And so I took it, stole it back, and literally a couple of weeks ago, I was sitting there, and I noticed it on my shelf. I was looking for something in my office, and actually that song, that Beatles song that I played earlier from George Harrison, happened to be on at the same point that I picked this up. So I was looking at it, and there's literally sand in the book, right? So this was in the desert and came back. And there's two things. I looked through it, and there was two bookmarks in here. And so the first one I'll read just says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, I don't associate that at all with your mother. It was your dad's mantra. Your dad had this written down and actually taped to the visor of his car, right? So I always looked at this as this was when your mom went to the desert, that she took your dad with her. And then the other thing that's interesting and coincidental maybe is a letter from Celine. I'm not going to read it, very personal, but it was a letter from Celine. So I thought, this is what she took with her to the desert. Took your dad and took one of her sisters, you know, with her. The inscription I wrote many years ago, it just said, Dear Mom, take care. Christ be with you. We'll be praying for you. Love, Michael and Heidi. And then the Bible quote, greater love has no one than this, that he lay his life down for his friends, John 15:13. And thinking about how she always spoke from the heart, and to her, love was a very action-oriented thing, that her behaviors and how she lived her life embodied that. So,
Thank you.
Good story.
Thank you, Michael.
That was a very nice tribute, Michael.
I hope you're going to say that in Philadelphia.